100%. Tasting. 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 Tasting.
Are we live? No, it's fine. Okay, are we live? Live. Good evening. No, it's fine. Okay, are we live? Good evening. Assalamualaikum. Anet, Sabona, Tulang. Hope you guys are all well. We're just making some adjustments here. It was meant to be perfect. Tonight it's not perfect already in the third minute, but cool. Guys, I hope you're having a great month. Thank you for joining. It's now just a little bit past 8 o'clock, and we're going to have a fantastic 1 hour together. I haven't decided exactly what we're going to discuss, so it's in my head still, and I hope it'll come out soon. First of all, a big thank you to every single one out there that has been supportive of us, and me particularly, and what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do with your help. To the ladies out there, it's the last day today of Women's Month. And now let's be honest. Um, I know every day is Women's Day because I respect my wife, my daughters, etc., etc. I've been told to say that by my wife. So every day is Women's Day, but not every day is Men's Day. But I wanted to tell you guys a little bit more about Women's Day now that we're going through it. Later in the show, I'm going to make sure that we give away five wonderful surprises for beautiful women out there to take their mothers or their husbands or their partners out to a day at the spa. It's 5,000 Rand each. There'll be five given away later on. I just want to welcome once again everybody else, and I want to take this opportunity of recapping a little bit as to where we've gone and what we've done. Last month, we had in excess of 20,000 wonderful followers, friends, and family that have been looking at this particular initiative. And I've been so happy and excited about it. I can't believe it. And thank you so much. The other issues is the fact that a lot of questions that I'm getting are fantastic. I've seen that you guys have started sending applications in and ideas in that are so more innovative. I've seen different walks of life come out of there. I've seen a lot of women applications come in, or should I say ladies that have sent applications in, and young people that have, and they've been fantastic this month. I'm very excited because I had to pick a lady. Sorry, guys, forgive me, but I just did it was Women's Month. And but I'm going to be also pointing out to you something important that I don't only look at giving one person the opportunity to get a Moti Moves initiative and funding and so on. So if I do find something that's unique and not a lot of money, I do support it and initially I will actually fund it in any event, even if you don't look at Moti Moves or winner at Moti Moves. So there has been a case, and Xavier was an example of that, if I'm not mistaken. So there are a couple that I'm kind of looking at, they're small initiatives, but I do think it's an opportunity for me to give back. And I'm not going to talk about all those ones. I'm going to get into a bit of history of the ones that have come past. Before we get on and move on, I just want to say that things look great in our country this month. We had the BRICS conference. It was very exciting. I like to see those planes flying up and down. I don't know exactly what happened in the BRICS conference, but I'm sure good things are happening, and I hope that it will help our country. The second thing, and I want to talk about business more and about a few things that's been going on in my mind and about because it's Women's Month. I just want to talk about how women have been playing a role in businesses around me, and I utilize this month to pay more attention to that. And I found that there's a lot more women paying a lot more value in our businesses, but we don't recognize, we don't give them the due. We sometimes just forget about them. We shouldn't. So please guard their businessmen, both women and men, and make sure. And the thing I want to remind you about is making every person who works for you a member and part of the family. Now I know I've mentioned this to you in previously in a lookout and in a clipping to you guys, but it's so important when someone asks, who's this person? And you go, this person works for me. I wonder how that person actually feels about that. When they're sitting there, they're giving their life to you, they're leaving their families, they're at home, you chilling out at your house sometimes, coming in late to work, maybe leaving a bit early and that sort of thing. But what happens is that person almost feels undervalued. And the issue of values, when we're talking about business, a lot of time people want to talk about balance sheets, income statement, cash flows. Today I'm concentrating on personal values in the business environment. What is that? What makes business so important? And for me, what makes business so important is a few things, and I'm going to explain that to you and share quickly with you. So the one important thing that I love doing is trying to make everyone a part of my family. But that sometimes means like I can get quite hectic about it. I can shout about it. I can because I'm going to shout at my kid, or I'm going to shout at my brother or my sister, or whoever it is. Sorry, my sister's late, but you have that personal experience with someone where you say to them, "This is nonsense." You must be able to have that relationship with your staff, who's part of your family. You must never be able to make them feel undervalued. Remember, every single person in your business environment is an important aspect, whether it's somebody that's serving you coffees or doing photocopying or doing all the cash flow or the CEO. It doesn't really matter. It's about team effort. But that means it starts right at the top where you need to be able to do every single person's job in your business and know that you're good at it so that you understand what they do and what their value is. So that's so important. that is so important for every single employee or colleague to be a part of the family. So the next time you go to a meeting, you introduce your colleague or your, as you would say, my employee. Please don't use those words. It's ugly words. Part of the family, you say, this part of the family, this person works with me, she or he does that. It's so important. And I'm trying to let you understand where I'm going with this. So we've talked a lot about cash flow. We talked a lot about balance sheet, but more, I'm a cash flow type of guy, so I focus a lot on the cash flow. Um, the most important thing to me is relationships. So when you talk about relationships, it goes with a lot of other issues that come with it. Sometimes you may need to spend time that's non-business related with your business colleagues, with your business partner, with your employees, as you refer to them, and all the people in your business that also are vendors, that are people that are consultants and so on. The relationships will determine the longevity of this particular initiative you're running. It'll also determine how successful your business is. Because sometimes, and I realize this in COVID times, when you're unable to do the normal things you would ordinarily do, relationships kicked in and allowed you to overcome the problems, the cash flow problems, the issues that relate to delivery of merchandise, all those type of things. It's relationships. Now you grew up in a family environment and you know that. And everybody that I know always says the following: family is everything. But if you don't make your business, employees, your partners, colleagues, etc., a part of that family, then you really have nothing. So please, just remember that. And that brings me to the second thing, which is vitally important to me, is giving and making sure that you can always be in a position to be a net giver. Now, what does that mean? It involves generosity. You must go out there and try and be. And I was telling a business partner of mine in the car, the day I die, I want to be remembered as somebody who was very, very generous. And what does that mean? It means that it doesn't mean, for example, and I'm guilty of this. I'm driving a car and somebody says to me, you know what, I like it, and it's my business partner. I'll give him the car probably. But it doesn't mean you need to go so far and do crazy things like that. But if it makes you happy to do that, then do it. But try and be a net giver in a business environment. You always must leave something at the table for the next man. Always leave something at the table for your business partner. Always leave something at the table for your employee. So they don't feel unappreciated and they feel valuable. And that's the best way to make them feel valuable when you can take something that's important for you and give it to them and it's part of you. Remember everything around you, whatever you're doing today, whatever ideas you have, whatever dreams you have, those are the things that make you who you are. And remember, everything you own, or everything you think you own, or that everything you're in control of is a part of you as a person because it takes a lot of time, effort, work, expertise, and discipline for you to create a cup of coffee, a car, a house, a property, and investment. So I just wanted to be out there. Relationships are the other thing that I'm driven by. And I think can help you a hell of a lot when you do business and when you're making sure you want to achieve what it is you want to achieve. Don't forget being generous. Being generous is important. You have a choice. And some other person told me this the other night, my wife's auntie. She said to me, you have a choice as a wealthy businessman or a wealthy man or a poor man or anyone for that matter to be kind and to be generous. It costs nothing. But people who want to do business with you will look at that and see that I like that person because I can see kindness in them. I can see that they're kind, that they're generous. Who wants to go into business with somebody that's snoop or very, I'm using a wrong Jewish word now, but that is very focused on reducing costs and never giving back? So the issue for me is ensuring that you are a net giver, ensuring that you're generous and leaving something at the table in the relationship. Obviously, they're not going to even look at you if you're being dishonest. So try and make sure that you portray yourself, the person that you really are, and hopefully you are honest. And then finding your way around showing that you're not greedy. And why I tell you all of this is specifically, if you have a great idea, it's coming back to Moti Moves now. Do not be obsessed with the fact that you think you have a great idea and it's worth everything in the world to you. I often find myself in a position of saying, can I have half of something, but it's being productive? Can I have some half of something that's actually financially viable? Or is what I have that's non-income producing, capital intensive, worth zero when it's not generating income or I'm not using it? Now, a very simple example came along where I did one transaction where I'd spent a lot of money in an asset and it was worth zero. And I came along with a friend of mine. He's become one of my best friends. In fact, he is my best friend now. And we went into a position where I said, listen, this is worth zero to me. And he said, I don't agree with you. I said, no, it is. But together we can make it worth something powerful. But you go halfway, I go halfway. And tomorrow we become a successful investment for both of us. So I had to give away something, which in my opinion was worth everything. But to other people, it was worth zero. Because sometimes you get so emotionally involved in your investment that you actually don't know the real value, but to you it's worth everything. Don't make that mistake. If you have a great idea, if it's meaningful to you, share the concept, share the idea, share the upside, so that you can have part of a successful something or some business. Anyway, enough of that. I'm sure you're bored of me now. So we're going to go on to actually what Moti Moves is. That's what you want me to talk about, right, Shannon? Okay, Shannon's saying I'm talking too much about business and emotions. Business is all about emotions, by the way. And those people that come across as cold and they're unemotional, those are what guys I'm very worried about. Yeah? Because when you're a person, you should never change, whether you're in business environment, social environment, family environment. You must be a man of heart, in my personal opinion, and you must be a man that's generous always, always looking after your partner as you would them want, as you would want them to look after you. So, how does Multi Moves works? You have a great idea. It's quite simple. You send us the idea. I have a backroom of people that looks at it, young, entrepreneur, fresh, educated, and very eloquent type of people that look at it, also very young, so they can link up and kind of understand what you're articulating to us. And then at the same time, I choose a couple of them, I look at them, I test them, I stress test them, and eventually I say, look, I like this one and this one. And after a while, we come to the point we say, okay, we like this one. What does that mean to you? We take your business idea, it could just be a concept. It doesn't have to be a fully fledged business. Or, guys, it can be an existing business. Now, I know there's some people have been saying, but I have a business, then I shouldn't look at it. But if you already have a floor and a platform for your business, it's fantastic. We can maybe add value to it, add money to it, etc. So if you have an existing business, I'm equally excited. Send it. Maybe we can add some intellectual value or some monetary value that can take this to the next level, and so we can enjoy the business together. I'm not interested in becoming majority shareholders. I'm only interested in propelling you so that you can become a successful entrepreneur, so that effectively you can make some money and employ a lot of people. The focus is employing people. So coming back to that, Moti Moves, you send me your idea, I check it out. It's cool, I like it, it's nice. We phone you up, you come in for a bit of an interview, and then your journey starts. You get to drive the Porsche. That's just by the way. That's just to make you excited. That's just for you to feel like a part of my family. And also to make you feel happy about what success could feel like. It may not be the success you're looking for, but it's also nice to drive in a Porsche and enjoy that experience and so on. But that's the sideshow. Then you get to the 50 grand per month and you utilize that money to turn your business into a saleable idea. You shouldn't use the money to invest into your business. That money is identified for you to look at restructuring and improving your business, looking for shareholders, looking for new investors, and selling a great idea so that either you sell it to me first, and I must have that option to buy it and put money in. And if not, then I direct you to an area where you can get an investment and you can make some money. So that is the whole issue. If you have a business and it's not doesn't need to be struggling, it just needs to be embryonic. And even if it is struggling, send me the details. We'll look at it. If you have an idea, even better. Send it to me. I'll look at it as well. Okay, well now it's all done. Let's get on to some of the more important discussions. I want to quickly update you on the guys that have won in the past. I'm sticking to your plan here, Shannon. So the guys that won in the past, Larry, fantastic Larry. You remember Larry? He's got bad eyesight, but professor, fantastic guy. Love him to bits. And Larry is a guy that is moving fast. He's he secured some funding from us. He secured investment from us, and the idea of him developing a stick to pee on, so that you can know, unfortunately, if you have cancer of the breast, is taken to the next level, and we're doing the relevant type of tests and so on, so that we can put it into a formalized package, a packaged product. It can be very, very cheap for someone to test embryotically as to whether they are a cancer sufferer. I'm happy to report that that's going very well, and there's money that's been allocated to it. The boys from Johannesburg and Cape Town, they've done very well. Their ideas will be presented to us in the next week or so. I'll give you more feedback when I know more. Xavier, I haven't seen him for a while. I don't know what's happening to him, but they say, sorry? Oh, Xavier is on the 1st of September live. So I hope to see that you go and get your passport sorted out by him and your travel arrangements. Lastly, there was a lady that I financed, and I want to talk to you about it. She's one of the team members, but I couldn't give a Moti Moves winner. And it was very sad. Her name's Shannon. She's one of our team members. And she feels that I was very bad with her because she couldn't be participant in the competition because she said it would be nepotistic. Is that right word? Nepotism. And I said, no, it's fine. We're going to put you in. They said, no, you look like you're shifting the money around. I said, no, it's not true. I'm not going to do all of that nonsense. I'm not shifting the money around. So we went and we made a bit of investment with her. She came up with an amazing idea because the babies, babies, they get cold. Sometimes they can only sleep when the mom's holding them or the caregivers are holding them. Am I right, my wife? Sometimes the caregiver holds our child more than my wife. But anyway, how many people were looking after our kid again? Six? Okay, five. All right. So having said that, it's a wonderful idea in a product which she has a baby girl that has a certain type of product in it that you can put and warm up in a microwave, etc. And the baby will be warm. It's not very heavy. It allows the baby to feel snug and so on. But it's a product of next month. I would like to share with you guys more carefully and tell you about it because I did feel like it was a bit unfair that one of our own staff members and colleagues and people that are working with us have one. It's a fantastic idea. It also has a bottle warmer which you put into the microwave. It gets warm. It's used. Uh, it keeps the milk a bit warmer for a long period of time and so on. So it was a great idea, a great product. We did finance it, and I'm going to let you know more about it. And she's very excited about it. So Shannon, woo-ha, well done. Right, now we can get on to the new winner take. Is this the people that won this month? Am I right? Fantastic. So I want to talk to you about this. It's called HOOK, HOOK. And HOOK stands for Hands Off Our Kids. This was so cool. I must tell you. When I read the statistics, it made me crazy. It made me so bloody angry to know that 1.2 million children are trafficked per year, which means in our country, which is one child missing every 5 hours that goes missing. I have, as you know, many kids, which means geez, I have many worries. But the child trafficking thing worried me, upset me, annoyed me, and I know all parents out there feel the same way. Crime is in a ridiculous state of affairs. I also wanted to share the following with you: 78% of kids reported missing are found. That's good news. 22% remain missing. 22% of 19.7 to 20 million kids. It's a lot of kids. So she came up with a great idea. This wonderful lady. I'm going to introduce you to her right now. Her name is Sharon. Sharon, what's your surname? Gardner. Come, Sharon, come and sit with us. So, come on, put your chair a bit closer, Sharon. Is Sharon in the movie? A bit closer, Sharon. I know you're married. I am too. Don't worry. Okay, guys, this is Sharon. Sharon Gardner is the entrepreneur of the month. I'm so happy that Sharon has come up with this product. When I read her proposal, it touched me in a way that I can't explain, but I know that you all understand when I've just given you those few statistics. Um, a child is everything to a parent. A child is unconditional love from the mother and the father. The child is our responsibility all the time, from the time they're born until the time they're able to fend for themselves. And this just came about at the right time. There's so much noise, so much madness around this child trafficking that she came up with an amazing product that's quite cost effective. So I'm going to talk to you about it. Sharon, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and your history?
Oh, basically, I'm just a mom. Very paranoid mom at that.
Oh,
So I've got 4 children. Um, very, very blessed with 2 girls, 2 boys. And
what happened? How did you design this product? What caused you to
well, it was actually something small that happened at the school. One of our little kids went missing from walkabout.
in the school?
In the school, actually left the school premises. Little
Yeah.
Red left the premises, and we couldn't find him for hours. And it
How
struck
old is
me.
the kid?
Well, he was in grade 2, so it would have been about 8 years of age. Yeah.
All right.
So it really hit close to my heart because I've got a 7-year-old, I've got an 11-year-old. Yeah, we go through all ages. But
Me too.
this really struck me because it was too close to home. It was in my child's school. So I started looking around to see if there was anything, on the market that we could actually look at in terms of tracking children. And there's a couple of options available, of course, but there's nothing simple enough that a preschooler could use.
Something that they wouldn't, let's say, shy about, comfortable. Let's tell us, what did you develop?
So it's a bracelet basically,
Okay,
and the
like a
bracelet
ninja too.
kind of, yeah. But it's what I call it, the dumb bracelet. So it's a bracelet which is, you can see it. It doesn't look like anything.
Yeah.
Very very basic materials that we made up of, but it works on the basis of if your child is supposed to be in school from 8 until 2,
Hmm.
it will be linked to an app. And if your child breaches those parameters,
Yes, and you set those. So,
you
for
set it up.
example, so let's just recap for the purposes of our audience here. The issue is that it's a waterproof.
Waterproof,
It's lightweight. It needs to be charged once a week, if I'm not mistaken. It's got a unique key that takes it off and puts it on,
correct.
and you can get it in all various like Ninja Turtles and sorry, I don't know what
Whatever
other
you want
characters
to call it.
besides Superman and Spider-Man and all of that. And then you put it on, and you know where your child is.
Correct.
So can we develop it? And it utilizes some technology. I would imagine is where we really want to go, right? And it's quite inexpensive.
Very
If I'm not mistaken.
inexpensive. And it's effectively an early warning system.
Early
So
warning
where
system.
previously you would send your child to school between 8 and 2, not have visibility.
Yeah.
Now if your child breaches those parameters, you get immediate. So it will send an alert to the relative parent's cell phone.
Okay.
And
So
you can act.
so it also gives you. Is it possible that this product can give you the child's vitals? It's like a Fitbit thing.
Well, it's something which we
Something
come
we
in
look
as a
at,
later
right?
phase.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I like the concept of the fact that you know where your kid is. I like the concept that it's quite durable and safe to wear. You don't have to take it off when you use sport, so it's going to be something soft. And we're developing that with her at the moment, and we're going to utilize this money in order to do it, so that we can bring this opportunity. It's not going to be expensive. I think maybe about 25 rand or 50 rand a month. Is that right?
Cheap.
Uh, cheap. Yeah, it's cheap. When something goes wrong, it's expensive when you have to pay for 10 years, and thank God nothing goes wrong.
Yeah.
So, you do want to know where these guys are. We're living in a very difficult time at the moment. Security is a big issue for us guys. And I think this product is just amazing from that perspective. The layout capital costs about 200-300 bucks.
Just about, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to try and make this very cheap so that you can access it very fast, and have that opportunity, and we'll have a network based on GSM. I would imagine. So that's the type of product. It's fantastic. It doesn't cost a lot of money, I don't think, guys. Tell us a little bit more about how you see it going forward. Would you leave your job? Do you think it could become a full-time thing?
I believe it could become a full-time thing. I really, really do. It's something that I'm deeply passionate about, and it's something which I feel touches every single parent's heart.
What is the ankle bracelet thing all about, you?
So we were looking at different options to see if children are involved in any kind of sporting activity, for instance.
Yes.
Around the wrist would be a problem.
Okay.
So we thought around the ankle.
Ankle could help.
Moreover, around the ankle, it's not really visible.
Yeah.
And if your child was in a situation like that, you would easily notice somebody going for the ankle.
I got you.
So we were looking at. Yeah.
Sorry. Husband just chipped in and interrupted us. And he says, thank you for that. He says it can also be used for people that suffer some other disability, as well as older people, and Alzheimer's, people who suffer from Alzheimer's and forgetfulness. So that's fantastic. I didn't even think about that. I'm so excited about this because I have children. I have an old father. I don't know if he's going to wear an ankle bracelet, but the point of the matter is maybe if you made it in a country or one, maybe. But there's a great opportunity for us to ensure that we actually know a little bit more about our kids and people that are dependent on about them throughout the day. So, and you can check it on your phone, right?
At any point.
And I would imagine that you can just interface it, or unless they have access to your phone and that sort of stuff. But as she says, it's an early warning system. It's fantastic, wonderful. You got a lot of tattoos. It's very bad. I love tattoos, but I know it is long bad. Don't recommend it for any kids. Don't do it. Thank you very much. And I hope you're going to enjoy the car. I'm going to send you the money. You're going to work with our team. And hopefully we're going to take this and develop it to something amazing. How many people are going to work for us? I know you don't have the answer, but think about it, because we've got to create the jobs in order to make this happen.
Absolutely.
But thank you so much. Much appreciated.
Thanks, you.
Sharon. So, okay, so there you go. We have Hook. And Hook, as I said, is hands off our kids. It is so cool. I think it will give parents peace of mind. I really, really, I didn't even think of it. I knew that you could do it expensively, and I knew that rich people could afford this type of thing, but now everybody can, and it'll be cost you nothing because $20 a month or 30 rand. I don't know exactly what the number will be, but it sounds like it'll be very cheap. Will give you peace of mind, but also give you the ability to know what's going on with your kids. So there you go. There's a winner. Fantastic, Shannon. There you go. It is amazing. She's going to, I hope, do very much in the future around employment of people. So let's talk about new winner talking. We talked about the questions for the ladies. I want to go into that. It seems like the time is just bloody flying today. Sorry about that, guys. But and thank you for joining in. How many people on board now?
We have three ladies and the other two have load shedding.
Okay, so we just speak to others.
Yes.
Right? Let's go. What did the first lady got to say?
1 second, we are beginning live.
Is this Karish?
This is Riza.
Is it one of these people? Oh, this is a young lady. I'm just taking a couple of questions. I don't want to keep you guys all night, but I thought I'll just hit some questions from some pretty ladies, some beautiful women in South Africa that have some questions, so we can answer some and maybe just give some feedback. Are we ready? Okay. Where is she?
Okay,
Ah, I don't see her.
come on. Tell her to go.
Please
I'm
put the
coming.
camera on, Raiza. Ah, I see you.
I'm
Red
up and
jacket. How
running.
you doing?
Hi,
Are you live?
Zaid.
You should live with
Good,
us.
thanks. How are you?
I
Yes.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Ms. Popoya. It's an echo here, but everything's going to be perfect, Shannon. Okay, let's go. So you wanted to talk about
Okay.
a few things, but you have like a list of questions that looks like a French lit de cage. Get it down to two or three important ones, Raiza.
Yeah. Okay. The most important one I want to know about is the loan account. I have a loan account with my business and we go up and down. When I get an investor, if I get a nice investor, can I use some of that money to pay back my loan account?
Well, I think for sure you can in that position where you could use the money. I'm not a qualified engineer. Whatever advice think about suing me because again, I really don't know the circumstances. But what you're saying to me is that if you have a loan account, you sell some of your business. Well, I would imagine, I'm just giving my personal take on it. If you allow the person to subscribe for shares in your business, the money comes into the business itself. So the money is now resident in the business. And with the permission of the other shareholder,
Mm,
I think it makes sense at the time when they become a shareholder to say, look, I'm selling my business, I'm subscribing for some shares.
mm,
And as a result, they're all into a position where the money cash. Some of the cash I'd like to redeem my loan account. Are you happy with it? Tell them up front. If they are, you could redeem some of your loan account. And provided that your assets exceed your liability and that your is up fine. So I can
okay.
see any problem with that. What are you planning on doing?
I'm actually looking for equity finance, so that's question two.
No.
I want to know how much do I give based on how much my business is worth. Then I know what to do with my loan
Oh,
account.
such an important question because I know today most of the big businesses that are run in the world and are listed all over the world. I'll just give you a few examples. Like in the US, some of these big institutions, you'll find that Steve Jobs, for example, owned a very small part of Apple when he passed away, but at some stage he owned all of it. And it's just a matter of thinking, like, for example, if I have 100% of a business with R1 million, or the business grows phenomenally with a lot of capital investment from other people, and I own is worth 10 million rand. Am I better off? It's a numbers thing. Don't get fixated by the percentage. At the end of the day, is
Okay.
are you better off financially with 50% of a bigger business or 20% of a bigger business than 100% of nothing?
Business.
As an example, I just gave you 100% of a smaller business.
Mm,
So cool. I
mm,
think yes, you must always try and share. I don't think get fixated with being a major shareholder. I don't think get fixated with being unless you're somebody that's working and making all the money, then you should consider and say, listen, because
mm,
I'm strategic, because I'm running my own business, I do all of the work, I make all the money. Maybe I should retain control. And maybe I should be having 50 plus
okay.
1% of the business and control of the board of the business and run the business effectively myself because I want to be independent.
Okay.
So, but I always find that when you bring new people on board, they come with great ideas, they come with intellectual capital, they come with physical money and cash,
Mm,
they come with opportunities in terms of connections and opportunities with networks of their own. So it's kind of up to you. I think you
mm.
just go in and become an entrepreneur, share some of the upside. Nobody's scared to share some of the upside. You make more money, have more people at the table. I have so many people at dinner time at the table, or so it's fantastic. What else?
Okay. Acquisitions. So say I have a smaller competitor, not been running longer than me, but a tiny competitor. Should I buy them over if we have excess cash flow, or should I take the money and throw it back into marketing to gain more customers?
Sorry, I didn't
What would the better option be?
hear that question. Shannon is
Can I repeat?
killing me with this. Sorry, can you repeat the question, my dear?
Yes. Okay, acquisitions. Say the business has excess cash flow. Does it sound good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. And then do I buy out the smaller competitor, or do I take the road back into marketing? What would be the smarter thing to do?
For me, I always look at making the business bigger. And the moment you start taking money out of the
Okay.
business, it means you're shrinking the opportunities going forward. I would rather invest, I would say maybe 70%, two-thirds of the money into the business, and perhaps look at taking a bit of it out so that you have some capital and you have some opportunity money to do other things. So I would rather leave a bit of money into the business. Remember, the sooner you take money out, you're also susceptible to paying more tax taking the money out as dividend, or in your case,
Okay.
perhaps not so because you're turning your loan account. But I would rather the business to grow
Mm.
and take less of the money back to introduce into other business ideas and ideologies that you may have. I hope I answered
Okay.
a few of your good
Then you
questions. I'm
answered all
sorry
the
I couldn't
questions.
answer all of them, but it was fantastic having you on board. I believe they have a business. It's what business is it actually that you're running?
It's my all time store.
Pardon?
It's an e commerce brand. My all time store.
My all-time store. What does it do?
Yes. It's an e commerce brand.
Ah,
We do digital commerce and actual commerce in South Africa.
fantastic. Well, I wish you well. God bless you, and I hope you make the right decisions for yourself. And never forget that everything sometimes looks clinically right. Everything looks like perfect, but sometimes the thing that gives you the best answer is your gut feel. And I can't really explain that to you.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll know what I'm
I get it.
everything
I
is
get it.
but down here you'll feel like this is right or wrong. And go with your feeling at the end
Mm.
of the day. A lot of the times it pays off. Teresa, thank you for your time. God
Cool.
bless you.
Thanks, Sinead.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Right, we have a problem with the microphone, Shannon. Okay, fine. Stop blaming others. Okay, next person. Who are we talking to? Anytime soon. Sorry, guys. Maybe
Karishma?
I'm speaking to Karishma Woodley. Hi, Karishma. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I see you. How are you doing? Black
I'm
outfit on. How
fine,
are you
thank you.
doing?
I'm
Okay,
fine, thanks. Thanks for
I know about
having
your
me.
business, blossoms and balloons. I saw you write and ask lots of questions and stuff. I googled your business, by the way. It's very
Oh,
cool.
thank you.
If I'm not mistaken, it's like in 4 ways area, in the northeast, Stanton. Is that
Cedar
right?
Square. In Cedar Square.
Okay, there you go. I don't want to give it away unless you want to. So you run this business. You start the business yourself, idea?
Yeah, myself and my husband, we started it 2 years ago.
And how's he feeling about your success? I'm just niggling with him.
Well, he has a full-time job, so it's actually mine, but he's my assistant.
He's your
He's
PA.
my
Yeah, this is woman.
basically
Now you're
he's
talking.
he's
You're a PA.
he's my strategist. He's my strategist. He
Hey,
works for a
you
large
changed that
company.
quickly now because you know you're in the
Very
state.
quickly, because when the funds run low, I need to be good with him. No, I've got to be good. So I got to
Uh,
use the right terminology. But yeah, no, he helped me start the business. He has a full time job, so I run the business. For the most part, it's okay. But I try to remain inspired. Hence, I'm here. It's not always easy, but yeah, I'm here today, and
okay,
I'm
Karishma,
hoping
give
to.
me one of your questions. Let's hit it. Let's see if we can add some value in my work.
So, we've been trying to find alternate ways to alternate the route to market with larger retailers, which has been something that we've been trying to do, and it hasn't been easy. Also, our to try and build an online presence with customers, but we're just not capturing them. And I don't know, why is this, or what am I doing wrong, or what would work better to find alternate route to market with larger retailers, so
Look,
that would expand my business dramatically.
Yeah, I can give you my take on it. I haven't thought about it a long time, but I can just tell you what I do think. I think the future of this particular networking, the future of advertising and marketing is quite simple. I think it's more to do with sort of social media and around social media. So I do think that you could do one or two things. If you don't want to spend too much money, you could make an app and you can advertise the app and obviously give people incentives to utilize your app to buy balloons and flowers and make it easy. And a lot of times what happens is people just don't know what to send. You're at a desk, you want to send your girlfriend or your wife some flowers to say you're sorry we're late or something like that, or and then you just don't get around doing it because you need to Google and then find somewhere close to you and all of that. If there's a clever app that's well advertised in social media, you can then be in a position of just they click on it, they say how much they want to spend, a whole bunch of options comes out for the spin that they have. They pick one, you put an address in, they pay, and bang, there it goes. But if you're trying this whole idea of above the media campaign and the print media, it's my personal view is just rubbish and a waste of time, to be honest with you. People are not looking at that stuff. People are looking at social media and they're looking at interactive ways of getting into the product. So product penetration from my perspective, and listen, I'm not a professional once again, it's just what I think would be to do it via an app and do it via social media. Um, I had a look at your business proposal, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember it too well, but I do think that that type of marketing will add good value to what you do. And also, maybe creating a platform for people to have very special events that are put on their TikToks, on your TikToks, or very special events where you can report and put it live if they don't mind. So if someone sends a girlfriend 100 red roses or 500 red roses or whatever it is, and you take the opportunity of video it, you send it to the customer sees the output. Because what happens, you send the girl flowers, and in fact, I just sent my wife flowers last week. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm married to her for 13 years, but I sent her the flowers, and then you want to see the reaction, isn't it? You want to see how she feels.
Yeah,
But you
you
know,
want
then
to
you
get
wait on your phone, you say, hey, she didn't text me. She didn't phone me. What's wrong? Maybe she didn't get it. Some guys have to go, did you deliver those flowers? And they say, yes, she loved it. But you want to actually see action. You want to see how she what her smile looked like, what happened, how she felt, did she scream, did she not scream, whatever. That's the excitement that people have taken out of these type of things that you can give them back. So you send it back to the boyfriend or the girlfriend and say, listen, this was the expression. Do you mind if I put it in my social media? Now people want to see real life stuff like that. They want to see you in action. They want to see these real life events because that makes good news. And people are dying for good news. So come on, give us some good news, send balloons and create a platform for it and put it on TikTok, put it on social media, and let the customer who's sending it get a small 10-second or 15-second clip that says, this is what happened. Okay,
thank you.
cool,
Thank you.
man. I'm not charging you for that one, but I like the idea. And if you come up with the app, and you must also let them be able to send it anonymously, just by the way, so there are
We
people
do,
out there that would
we
like to
do,
send
we
it.
do,
There's lots
we
of
do
people,
the some
not
of the
me.
naughty
That's not me.
ones.
I'm just saying it aloud. I'm not sending anyone
No,
flowers anonymously. But
we
there are
very
guys that
discreet.
married men out there that are naughty. Married women
Very.
out there that get flowers that shouldn't be getting flowers and all of that. Let's not get into that whole intro. But let's just
Very
keep
much
it clean
so.
and get
Very
those
much.
movies out there. I wish you well, Karishma. God bless you. Have a great evening. Cheers.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Okay, who is chatting to?
Speaking to Glenda.
Glenda Valentina. Valentine. Is that right? Can I pronounce it right, Glenda? Glenda, are you there?
She's unmute.
Unmute, Glenda. Glenda, it's not working. This is not a sign competition now, Glenda.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, Glenda. Thank you for coming on board.
I'm so honored, sir. Thank you for having me.
No, pleasure. Absolutely nice to have you, Glenda. Glenda, you're an event planner, is that right?
I am an event planner, but I have something so big that I believe in and that I'm so committed to that I've been busy with for the past 3 years. So the event planning is there, yes, but my baby is busy being born. Yes, busy being shaped.
Okay, what is your baby? Shoot, tell us quickly.
Okay, so 3 years ago, myself and my husband we've decided to create an e-hailing app.
Sorry, what?
We decided to create an e-hailing app.
What is that?
E-hailing, as in your Uber and your
Oh,
Bolt,
okay, yeah, sorry.
which
Yes,
are our competitors at the
yeah.
moment. So, Mr. Moti, at the moment, we are so relevant with what is happening in the e-hailing industry. And yes, you are saying that what makes us different, this is not our idea, but I can assure you that it's the way we go about executing this, and it is the way that Drive, which is the name of the app, is out executing the competitors with their own idea. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Yes. Okay, cool. So what do you need to ask me? Shoot, Glenda. It sounds fantastic. It sounds innovative.
Oh, Mr. Moj, I promise you, it is the next. Drive is going to be the e-hailing solution. Is going to be Africa's e-hailing solution.
For what is it?
And
What are you trying to deliver to the end user?
I beg your pardon.
What are you trying to deliver to the end user?
Everything that our competitors are not delivering at the moment. We have an amazing app with MVP that already puts us ahead. Our app has been developed in India. We have a driver app, we have a rider app, and we have our admin panel. Everything working, right? What we are offering our drivers is everything that they have been complaining about
Okay.
for the past 20 years that they have been on the platform of our international competitors. We have such an amazing package. Brand awareness is out already. The drivers are so excited about what we are offering. The only thing is that we are we need more exposure. We need more media exposure. We need to put up billboards. We need more. Like we at the part where we just ready to expose ourselves. We have
Sure.
a twenty four
You know
seven
what I'm
call
going to do,
center.
Glenda, if you don't mind? I'm going to cut you off because actually this is just for questions and simple questions. This sounds like a business initiative and a great idea. I don't know who interviewed you on this, but it sounds fantastic. It's something we definitely want to look at. It sounds like a different type of opportunity, and you seem to be a front mover on certain industries, but more particularly on this e-hailing, which makes me think a lot. And I like the idea, but I'm going to arrange for us to have a conversation tomorrow if you don't mind. But there
Yes,
you have Glenda Valentine. So we'll chat tomorrow, Glenda, for half an hour on the phone with the team of guys and listen to your idea more carefully. But thank you for coming on board and thank you for speaking out. I like the concept that you're trying to create a space for where there is gaps missing in the e-hailing process. So thank you very much, and we'll chat with you tomorrow. And have a good evening. Right.
thank you so much.
Pleasure,
Thank
Glenda. We'll
you.
chat with you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Fantastic. This was going to be another hour's discussion, guys. Sounds very interesting, but I don't want to bore you guys to death with the detail. So thank you very much, Glenda, for that. We have time for one more person. Okay, no, that's cool. So let's go back to our agenda quickly. So we questions by the ladies. I just want to take this opportunity of giving some spa vouchers away, so we can maybe do that randomly quickly, if you don't mind. Is that cool? You got them? Can we quickly have a chat? Right. Are these the people? Right. I can. It's Sabira Sayed. Right. Do we have them on the phone? Let's just quickly have a 1 minute with them. This thing's going crazy. This speaker. Huh? What 2 phones? Oh. Oh, sorry, but we should have tested it. Right. Sabira Sayed. We're gonna ask her what she's doing with the money, what she's gonna do. Hi, Sabira. How are you?
Fine, thanks, Christian.
Yes. Assalamu alaikum. It's Junaid. How are you doing?
Walaikum salam. Alhamdulillah, you?
Alhamdulillah, you're the winner of 5,000 Rand. And hopefully, you're going to spend it wisely. What you going to do with it? Who are you taking? Sorry?
I
Yeah, the
don't
spa
know
voucher.
yet. It's a surprise.
Okay, but who are you thinking of taking? Quickly, make up your mind. Commit yourself.
I'll probably take my husband or one of my daughters. Probably
You
with
see,
my
that
husband.
was a very good answer. Did you hear that? I hope Mr. Said is listening. It was a clever answer and a good one. Well, congratulations, and I hope you enjoyed and you had a great month.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure, my sister. Take it easy, and I hope you have a good time.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Such a nice lady. She wasn't as shocked, but fine. We're looking for someone to scream and shake. Spelled SHAIK. You're the next winner. This, by the way, is taken completely randomly. Just by the way. All right. This is Anne Shake. Hi, Anne. How are you?
Good on you.
I'm just calling to wish you a happy Women's Month. And you won a prize of 5,000 to go to a spa. This, I don't know, whenever you want to go. This is not a prank call, by the way. And you know, it's 20:50 at night, and someone phones you and says you want a spa voucher. You go like, no, it's not. Who are you going to be taking with?
Mr. Sheikh.
Listen, you guys are playing this thing safe, huh? Okay, fine. Mr. Sheikh, I hope you have a good time, and I hope you have a beautiful month ahead of you, and I hope you had a wonderful Women's Month this month.
Thank you, Mr. Voti. Thank you
Cheers,
so
Anne.
much.
Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.
You too.
That was so cute. Right. Now we have Palisa Raluswinga. Palesa Raluswinga. Palesa. Okay. Do we still have time, guys? Like 9 minutes.
Hello.
Hi, Palisa. How are you? Yeah, that's good. Palisa, how would you like your pizza? Would you like it with lots of cheese? I'm kidding, Palisa. Palisa, listen, I just want to say congratulations. I'm so happy that you won. And who are you going to take to the health spa with you, Palisa? Don't tell me Mr. Alice Minga.
No, I'm taking my friend that referred me to listen to you, my business partner that I'm working on a proposal with. I am so happy.
You got to chill out. You got to have a good month. I'm so happy I can make a small difference in your life. Thank you very much. It's so cool. Palisa, you have a great time there. Write me and tell me how it was.
I will. And have a blessed evening. Thank you to you and the rest of the team. Thank you so
Pleasure.
much.
God bless you. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Okay, that's Palisa. Now that was better, right? We should have made that a double. Okay, we got Patricia Motigelwa. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Motlogelwa. Patricia Motlogelwa. I feel like the guy work at some. Hi, Patricia. How are you?
I'm good in yourself.
I'm very, very. Patricia, congratulations. You won a 5 prize from MotiMoves for in order to take your partners to the health spa.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, Patricia, tell us who you're taking with now. Don't say your husband. It's so boring. Take your best friend.
Yes, I'm taking my best friend.
And tell me what was special about Women's Month this month for you. Tell me. Make it short.
Oh, actually, we are in the process of starting a business, so it was the research that we did, and I mean about the industries, and also I think that's when we started with the master classes and finding the mentors. So it was a lot for us to actually
So you
digest, but
need this
we
break,
are getting
Patricia.
there.
You need this break. Put your feet up. Get some manicures done, some pedicures, and I hope you have a good month. Lots of love to you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Cheers, my sister. Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye.
Oh, what a nice lady. Too. Right, the last one, guys. And the last one is Shireen Choklingo. Can that be right? Shireen, are you sure? Don't spell these names wrong. People get upset. Shireen Choklingo. Okay, Shireen. It's calling, it's not ringing. Shireen gonna lose this life here, maybe. Is this a normal call? What's up? But it's calling, not ringing. See? Okay, we'll come back to Shireen. I think Shireen is maybe slow. Anyway, while we're waiting for Shireen to pick up, thank you guys for for all the inputs and so on. I just want to close up by just letting you understand one or two other things about MotiMoves. We are raising more money for the third wave for you guys, so we're going through that money quite fast at the moment. I think we're probably a quarter way, for the third wave, maybe a little less than that down the line. So we're giving about $10 worth of incentives and capital investment and so on into these things. And I do think that the money will run out very fast. So I hope that getting towards the end of that, we'll raise a bit more money through a couple of my mates, a couple of our friends and so on. And I hope that will take you guys further. I hope you enjoyed this initiative. I want to just end off, and I hope our police, wasn't police, the last lady's name was Shireen. Shireen Chocklingo. Oh, yes, Shireen, guys, before I go, because Shireen will forever not forgive herself. Shireen, this is one time you're lucky you picked the phone up. Because, now you got to scream louder than that. Guys, so do 1, 2, 3. Let's have a go. You're gonna, Shireen, easy, man. Take it easy. Oh, Shireen. Okay, right. Do you hear me, Shireen? Yeah. Hello? Shireen? All right. Okay, you're going to inform Shireen this. So Shireen, Chaplingo, you won the prize. You sounded very excited, etc. So great. But I just want to say that you are raising a bit more money for you guys to be in this initiative. It's taking a lot of my time. I'm loving it. I know a lot of wealthy people find themselves in a position where they don't want to give up their time because they think they're too busy and this is so unimportant. I don't see that. It's going to be my birthday. I'm going to be 49. Do not call me uncle until I'm 50, okay? But while I'm getting to the 49, I do think it's an opportunity for me to give back. And I wish that more guys like myself have a little bit of experience. I know we don't know anything. And I never want to be in a position to ever let you think that I do know everything because I don't. I make mistakes every day, all do, and it's fine. It's what we learn from those mistakes that will determine how we go forward as business people and in our homes and in our families. Please take care of your families. Please look after your kids. Look after your old folk. Look after the mothers and the fathers. Make sure that you're starting this business with the right intentions. Remember, in life, everything starts off with the best of intentions. And those intentions, however difficult it's going to be, can carry you forward and bring you to fruition and make money for you, which is kind of what you want to do in business. So I hope you guys are right. I'm going to sign off now. It's been a great 50 odd minutes. It's been so good for me, this opportunity. I really look forward to this time of the month. So love you all. Cheers. Bye.